Alright, right, need the stream live share copy. Okay, cool. Alright, right, need the shot copy. Boom. Shot. Alright, cool. So need that. Turn this off. Alright, we're live. US30. Alright, cool. Live. Alright, let's get to this. Welcome, people. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone can hear me. Alright, let's set US30. Let's get it. Okay. Alright, I want to see us drop. Sorry. Let's get some light on. What do we want today? I'm gonna go with dark blue today. Cool. Right. What's good? So everyone's saying, let's get into this session, man. Let's go. What's everyone saying? Live for the New York session. New York session. Okay, it's just about to. It's just commenced. Excuse me. Let's see what trades we can get today. Hope everyone's doing good. US30. I'm interested in this today. Yes, Ghost. What's good, man? Yeah, US30, bro. I mean, I'm looking at US30 today. Um, I want to see a pullback, and then I'm looking for buys. So it could, there is a retracement on the cards. Like I do think it could sell down now, but overall I'm bullish, so I don't really want to sell it. I'd rather it just come down, and then we can get some more buys. I'm trying to target 40, 44.75, 775, 45 overall is what I'm trying to target. So bigger time frame area, daily time frame area. I'm seeing if we can make a new all-time high. So that's the bias at the moment. It's just getting into an area that I feel comfortable buying from. So this will be a good buy. Like this might be a trade that plays out over like 1 or 2 days if we can get the entry today. Um, so that's the focus at the moment. We just need an entry though. You trade US30? Do you trade US30 as well? Anyone else trade this? I used to trade the NAS, but it started moving a bit sideways all day. I hear you. Yeah. So what's your bias then? If you look at every, what are you thinking for this? What do you think? What's your bias, bro? Yeah, I'm over. I think it's going up, but I just hope we can kind of get a pullback. We had a range. It never took out the highs of the range. So let me show you something. This is the Asian high. So I'm a bit wary of that. Like it could basically do something along the lines of like come up here and then maybe come down and then get ready to go up. That's kind of what I want to see today. Massive spike on the 1 minute. Yeah, I'm not too interested in the 1 minute unless it's for entries. I did see this earlier though, and it was random as hell. Like the time that it happened, it was random. I can't lie to you. So I don't even know what that was. It just kind of crashed, and then we're kind of like trickling back up. But for me personally, I want to see it either take out the high, the Asian high, or just actually fall from where it is now and come down lower. So that's kind of what I'm on. I want to see if we can get that. If it continues higher, then I'll just look for more buys as and when we kind of break for a new higher high, see if we can pull back. So if we don't get the pullback, I'm hoping we can kind of just pull up here, maybe get a retracement and then go. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So, but I would rather it come down. The lower it comes, the better the buy, in my opinion. Um, Better entry, tighter stop. Not as much risk would be involved because even if it goes up, it could still come down and then it might throw you out of your idea. But I want to see it drop first and then see if we can continue higher. That's what's on the cards. So you also want it to drop, yeah. It's. I mean, the volume's not that big on the 4 hour, so you know, let's see. You know, let's see what it wants to do. I want to do a long term. Yeah, yeah. If we can get a long term entry, that'll be great. I was in long from the low last week and closed down. You should, bro. You should have kept that. Should have kept that. I think it's gonna keep going. I don't think it's gonna revisit the low. The way the structure's looking, it doesn't have a reason to revisit the low. So any type of retracement, you know, I think we'll see some buyers. But obviously, you know, secure your profit. As long as you're securing profit, that's all that matters really. That's all that matters really. Am I in a trade? No, I'm not in the trade yet. I'm waiting on the trade. I'm not in the trade yet though. Uh, you've been thinking about investing. What you think a good entry point is? Investing into what? The Dow Jones? Can I show you indicator system would help you a lot? Yeah, not right now, bro. I don't really need indicators to be honest with you, bro. Indicators is like it's not more important than the price. Yeah, forex. Anything. I ain't really got a clue at the moment, to be honest. So it depends what you want to invest in, bro. So the stock market. So the Dow Jones is a stock. You know, it's the top 30 companies in the U.S. Right? Um, you can invest in the Dow. You're more likely to be better investing into the Nasdaq. And there's ways to go about it. Like it depends on what you're familiar with, but you can invest in certain ETFs. They're available to the public. Like, even if you contact your bank, you can see what options they have, which allows you to kind of invest a bit easier, and you're just overall investing in the fund. Now, I'll check the Nas. I used to trade it, but I'm not trading it at the moment. So let me just check the indices. So the NAS is probably a better investment because the tech sector does a lot better, especially with like AI right now and all of these things. It's kind of the best sector to kind of invest in. So where we are at the moment currently, like we've been pushing quite a lot since June. You know, I do think we could potentially see another pullback, and then that will probably be your best chance to enter for the long term. Anything under like 22,300, anywhere below that would be a good time to hold it for a long time. But where we're at now, you know, last week we've made all-time highs. Last week we pulled down, so now I wouldn't really say long term is the best price to invest in the Nasdaq. Not at the moment. I would wait for it to potentially have like a few, maybe a month where it comes down again. So the bigger the time frame you look at it, right, you can see it pulled down heavy in April when Donald Trump announced the tariffs, and then it's been pushing up ever since. So you kind of need to wait for another down candle, another black candle like this to print for you to then potentially get in at a good price. So hopefully that makes sense, bro. But if you're talking about other investments, you know, there's physical things like precious metals, like gold is always good to physically buy. Silver's good to physically buy. You could buy gold and silver bars. They're a good investment. Um, Crypto's a bit more riskier though, and again, you kind of need to buy at the right price as well. Anything. Are you in a trade? No, I'm not in a trade at the moment. You use supply and demand method? No, I don't use supply and demand method. I will text you PM when you can answer. Yeah, sure. Dow Jones and Nasdaq. No, so Nasdaq. 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 Appreciate it. It shows everything about money movement. It shows when to buy and sell and a lot of other metrics. Okay, yeah. Afterwards, I'll check that out for sure. But yeah, on the charts, we're kind of waiting on the news this afternoon for the dollar. So we got news for those that are in tune with what's going on at 2:45. So not long now. Hour and 30 minutes. You got some manufacturing data coming out. Okay, so this is going to be important to see how the tariffs that Donald Trump set have affected the import and export in America. So it's really important data. So if we look at the dollar, I'll show you guys the dollar right now. We're kind of just in this area where it could fall from. Now overall, I think we could get some buys out of here if it drops, but it's kind of just slow volume at the moment. Excuse me. The volume's not great, so it's kind of just been pushing up since this morning. I do think we could potentially pull down from here, and then start to potentially get a buy. But that's, you know, we need to kind of see that first. You know, the market kind of pushed up. We had a dump down off of the NFP result, so it could potentially become a buy. So we just kind of need to wait for that to materialize. It's not happened yet though. Gotta wait a little bit. But what's everyone else trading? Who's trading what? Let me know what you guys want me to look at as well, because the dollar's not doing much. I'll show you the pairs that I trade. Euro USD. I'm looking to see if we can push up into this area to then potentially sell down to these lows here. That's kind of what I'm looking for. But there's no entry for that just yet. You can see, look, very, very tight consolidation here. Very, very low volume. Not really worth trading, in my opinion. A lot of people, they make mistakes thinking that, you know, because the market is open that you have to trade, and that's not the truth. That's far from the truth. So whatever you plan on doing, just make sure your confirmations are met before you enter the trade. That's the best advice I could give to anyone who's a beginner. Is anyone a beginner here? Does anyone like want to get into trading, or they're looking to get into trading, anything like that? Let me know what everyone's doing. Check this chat. No. Make sure you guys are following my YouTube as well. There's a lot of free content on there. For those that are into or wanting to get into trading. YouTube. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. But yeah, I'm looking basically. I want price to either push up into here and then potentially get a sell. That's what I'm looking for. Or we pull down beyond this and then start to form some cells like here and then target these lows. It's either or really. Either it does that or it does this and then we get a better sell and then push down. So those are the two things that I'm looking at right now. Those are the two things I'm looking at. It's either up first, but it's going to depend on the dollar. So GBP USD, again, very flat, very sideways, not much going on. I think it's waiting on the dollar basically. So it's really up to what the dollar's going to do. See if we can get something. Interested in this. If we get up here. Or if we go down first, it really doesn't matter. So when the market's sideways, there's no trade. You're kind of just waiting for more information, for the market to show you something that's makes more sense. Oil. I'm looking to see push down. I want to see us take out these lows and then see what happens after that. But yeah, who's trading what? Let me know what you guys is looking at. Let me know what you guys are trading as well. US30. I think we're gonna go for these highs. Or if we don't, even better if we don't. If we leave these highs and we come down first, we'll have a great target to hit, to be honest. So it's just a waiting game at the moment. See what happens. US30 will probably get better when the stock open is here. So alright, cool. Chilling on this one right now. Part of the trading. This is the part they don't really talk about, but this is where it takes. Some days it's just waiting on an update, Waiting on your setup. I'm looking for buys, bro. I'm looking for buys, but it's not in an area I want to buy it from. So you gotta wait for it to get to your area to buy it, Same with if you was trying to sell something. Just because it's, in that area Does it make sense to sell it from there? You don't just want to buy or sell from any price point just because that's where price is. So wherever your confirmations are, wherever your strategy is, do you have a strategy, bro? What do you trade? I'm not sure if you're trading or what's your strategy, But wherever your strategy is, it's very important that you stick to it and you're able to stick to it. Okay, you trade supply and demand. So whatever your confirmations are in terms of it being a supply or demand area, just make sure it's in there. You made 3% on Euro JPY. Yeah, good. That's sick. I'm not a fan of yen pairs though. Probably done for the day. Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with, bro. You don't need to force nothing. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people, they're chasing the home runs. You don't need to hit a home run. You're not always going to hit the home run. Sometimes the market gives you what it gives you, and then that's enough. So it really depends, man. But for me personally, I'm just, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on my area. And plus, we're a bit early. The New York stock open isn't arrived yet. So really depends. Spiked again on the 1 minute. Yeah, I saw that, bro. I saw that. It's spiked, but then it's pushed up. It's pushed back. So it just depends, man. I overall think we got reasons to go higher, but I wouldn't mind the retracement. Yeah, I know. I saw it went down. I know. I saw that. I'm trading US30, bro. I'm looking to trade. I'm not trading it right now. I'm looking to trade it, but I need it to come to my area. So, what are you trading? What else is everyone else trading? What is it? Let me ask a question. What are people struggling with if they are trading? What are people's struggles? What do people like sometimes still get wrong? Might as well start there. Or what even took you the longest to overcome if you're not necessarily having any struggles right now? What took you the longest? You're trying to get into trading, learning right now. Yeah, okay, sick, man. That's sick, bro. Just make sure you take your time. Don't rush. Don't rush into going live. There's as much as you might want to make money, bro. If you're learning, do not trade with live money whilst you're learning. It's important because number one is to protect your psychology, where it's like you ain't feeling burnt. You know what I mean? When no one likes to lose money, right? But when you're learning, it's like you might not even understand why you're losing. So don't don't risk your own money until you're in a position to like you trust in your strategy and you actually like what your strategy is showing you. Psychology, yeah, psychology messes up everyone, man. Cause you know what it is. So what you have to understand about trading and money in general, right? Everyone has their own relationship with money, good or bad, right? So if you've got a bad relationship with money, you're always gonna have like a scarcity mindset where like you feel there's not enough money or you don't have enough money. So when you have that experience trying to make money, it can sometimes prove to be more difficult. And people that come into trading and they have a good relationship with money, they actually tend to pick it up a lot faster because they don't have to overcome these barriers that some people have. It really, sometimes you have to change your relationship with money or the relationship you have with money. And that's not easy to do. I'm not saying it like it's easy to do, but it can be done. You just have to learn what is your relationship with money. Like really be honest with yourself. Like what is your situation? What is holding you back potentially from feeling like you deserve to make whatever it is, 5 figures in a month? Whatever your goal is. Do you know what I mean? Some people don't feel like they deserve that. You have to overcome it and understand you do deserve it. My biggest trade to date is 12K. I haven't hit 12K though since that trade. So as much as you need the opportunity to present itself, it's also about risk that you're comfortable with. You know what I mean? You have to get comfortable with risk. So I've been learning how to trade. Can you give me a few tips? So tip number one, bro, learn the basics. So like the terminology, learn what certain terms in trading mean. If you're not a beginner like that and you know what the terms are, go in to learn one strategy. So like learn one type of way of trading. Don't try and learn someone's strategy, then the next person's strategy, then the next person's strategy, and try and mix and blend it all together. Like, do not do that. It does not work. You're not going to be able to mix multiple strategies and have success, bro. Learn one strategy, really take it in, really backtest it, demo trade it, get comfortable with it. And if you like the results, then fine, utilize it. If you don't like it and you're saying like it's still not making sense, then don't go into live trading. So you might learn one strategy and you might like it. You might learn the strategy and you might bin it. Like I've binned a few strategies when I was learning how to trade. I didn't necessarily, the way I trade now is not how I learned in the beginning and what I was doing in the beginning. So learn one strategy and have enough data where like you've journaled your trades. Like make sure you're journaling. It's really important you journal, because otherwise if you've got nothing to go back, like when you're taking these trades, you don't know how well your strategy does. So you need to journal for sure, but learn one strategy and really understand the confirmations of why you're entering the trade and why you're exiting the trade, right? As in like where you're getting out, where you're getting in. You need to know the reasons you're doing it, not just reacting to the candles, you know, because the market can move, but if it's not what your strategy, what you've learned or what you're waiting for with your strategy, you're not gonna do well. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna do well. So learn one strategy. Trading on demo right now and learning from mistakes, best way, bro. Experience is the best teacher with trading. It really is. It's one of the best teachers. No point using your own money these days till you're passing prop firms. I disagree with that, bro. Depends how much money you have. Prop firms is like, if you ain't got much money and you haven't got much capital, then yeah, definitely use the prop firms. But you don't necessarily need prop firms because there's rules. So like some prop firms, right? You can't hold trades overnight. So it's like you can have a great entry, but you got to give the entry up, and the next day you got to look for another entry, and then it's like, all right, cool. I got to adhere to that rule, but the entry I had, and then the next day the trade continues in your favor, and you're not even on board no more. So props is not the only way to make money. It just depends how much money you start with, bro, or how much money you have. I'm going to learn on the stronger things for 4 months and then try my first 1,000 dived by 20 for each. What do you mean by 1,000? You mean divided, or? I'm not sure what that means, bro. You're going to learn on the stronger things for 4 months and then try your first 1,000. And then for 20 each. Do you mean 20 each trade? Is that what you mean? I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that. Are you using funded or personal? Personal, bro. I trade personal accounts. Like I've got 2 accounts. I've got one which is basically like a higher aggressive account, so like higher risk, if you want to say that. Basically it's like stacking multiple entries when they permit themselves. And there's one where I'm trying to find an entry on a bigger time frame, get a solid entry, and if I can, you know, day trade it, hold it for like 1 to 3 days is normally ideal in terms of what I'm looking for. And then yeah, that's those are the 2 accounts that I'm using. But props are cool. Like, I got nothing against props, by the way. What pair is this? This is US30, the Dow Jones. So this is what's called an indice. It's the top 30 companies in the US. Top 30 companies. So candlesticks is what you learnt first. Yeah, candlesticks is great. definitely a solid thing to learn, bro. 100%. You need to know what a candlestick is. Open, high, low, close. You need to know all of that. So really important too. Once you learn candlesticks, learn the terminology. Like learn what a pip is, learn what bullish is, learn what bearish is, learn what ranging is or consolidation. Learn what uptrend is, learn what a downtrend is, like how you spot that you're in a downtrend. Learn higher time frame analysis. So like hopefully you're doing your analysis on a bigger time frame and you're not doing it on a smaller time frame. Yeah. Right. So I know price open and closes, higher highs, higher lows, liquidity. Yeah, okay, cool. That's not bad, bro. So just demo trade it, bro. Demo trade what you're saying and see what happens. Yeah, but bro, who starts trading with around 100k? Who starts trading with around 100k? It's easier to raise capital with them. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not knocking props, bro. I never started with 100k. Like, I didn't start with that much money, bro. Do you know what I mean? I made money, and then once I started making money, I started diversifying, and you know, I made money in crypto investments. Like, I took some of my crypto money, put that in account to start trading with. So it's like, there's multiple ways you can get hold of money, bro. It just depends on what you're into. Do you know what I mean? If you have savings or if you got investments that you can pull money out of and then put into an account, there's multiple ways. Like, prop firm is just one way. Yeah, like, I don't know what the price of a prop. Maybe it's like £500 for 100k or something like that. Whatever it may be. Yeah, you're risking 100. You're risking £500 if you lose the account. Cool, no problem, right? But if you trade with £500, then it's not much money. I get it. Like, how do I track profit and loss? When you say how do you track, what do you mean? Like, how do you record your trades? What do you mean by that? Because tracking your profit and loss is just looking at your account, bro. Go back through your trades on your account. You can track. You should have a portal that you log into which shows you this stuff. Like, if you got a brokerage, if you're using a broker, then yeah. If you don't, there's like, what's that thing I saw not long ago? Is it TradeZella or something like that? TradeZella. I think this like automatically tracks your P&L. Like, it works out like everything for you. Do you trade Forex at all? Yeah, I trade Forex, bro. The dollar's not doing nothing. I'm waiting for the news, to be honest. So I trade GBP USD, Euro USD, but I don't like the look of them at all right now. So I'm kind of waiting on it to break out. This is Euro USD. Like, you can see, like, if you put a box on it. So what I like to do is put a box on stuff. You can see it's going nowhere, right? It's kind of just ranging. So if it's ranging, there's no trade to be had. We don't like consolidation. It's like, no, there's no trade to be had. What's good, Toby? There's no trade here, basically. If it breaks, then we need to see, like, is it breaking? I'll tell you about consolidations in a minute, right? TradeZella's one. If you're trying to learn, check out Photon Trading. He explains it very well. Cool, bro. Whoever. I'm not here to like recommend. I've been trading for a while on my own account, but I've recently started using prop firms too. Yeah, whatever, man. At the end of the day, the more money you have available to trade, then the more capital you can make. Do you know what I mean? If you're demo trading, then journal and track them yourself. Now, you can do that, but I think the P&L, it's probably harder to track it manually. You can track your trades, like win and loss, but P&L is a bit more tedious to track. So, depends, man. Euro USD choppy, but I'm thinking shorts. Like, bro, I'm not thinking anything right now about Euro USD. For me, there's no trade on Euro USD. I don't trade gold, bro. I hate gold. I don't like gold at all. So it just depends, bro. I don't really like to trade the range. Some people can trade ranges. I'm not really a fan, bro. Do you know what I mean? But this is how Euro USD is looking. This is how GBP's looking. GBP USD is looking. It's just when it's sideways, there's nothing to trade. You don't need to trade this. You just gotta wait for it to break out, wait for it to actually show you a willingness to actually go into a direction, right? And then you can kind of get a bias formed off of that. But when it's going nowhere, you don't need to trade this. But because the dollar's not doing anything, that's why those pairs are not doing anything. Do you understand? You don't know what you're doing, just short, bro. Alright. So why would you short Cashel? Why are you shorting it, bro? Tell me. Because it's going down. Is that your reasons? Tell me why you're shorting, and then I'll let you know what's going on. Why are you shorting this? It's the play for now, yeah, but that's not a confirmation. So what's the play? Like, tell me what you're doing. Tell me why you want to sell it. It's all good saying, oh yeah, it's a sell. Like, what do you mean it's the play for now? What does that mean? I've got buys on it, to be honest. What are you talking about? Euro USD? Bro, to be honest, it's not doing much. It's just not. It's not doing much. Like, it's not doing much, bro. You know what I mean? If you've got your reasons, I'm not here to tell anyone why to buy, why to sell. If I don't see a trade, I don't see a trade. I don't like the fact that there's this type of volume. Like, this volume is choppy, right? Someone's probably on the 5 minutes saying, yeah, it's a buy. Did you see this? Did you see that? I don't like this price action. Do you understand? It's not doing much. So when you zoom out and you go on the bigger time frame, you can see on the 4 hour, what is this really doing? Nothing. There's nothing happening. Do you understand? What if it spikes up here? Then what? Then you're going to be like, oh, I shorted too early. It's not doing anything, bro. Buy and lose. You say that, but what if it spikes up? It could. What if it does this and then does that? It's possible. Shorts are activated. EU in no man's life, no man's land right now. Thank you, bro. Like, someone with sense. You know what I'm saying? It's in no man's land. Can't be serious. Made 5.2% on this pair last week, but you're right. It's not doing anything right now. Have to wait. Yes, Zoe. Big up. Love that. It moves, right? As you can see, it was moving last week. 100%. It was moving down last week. Friday reversal with NFP. Boom. Now we're in a consolidation. So you're seeing us winning right now. Happy for you, bro. Well done. Hope you make a bag. Respect, like, no ill will, bro. Hope you make a bag. Serious. If you're selling it, cool. I don't see a sell right now. Do you know what I mean? Whatever your confirmations are, I hope they're working, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's a whipsaw. It's a whipsaw. Facts. I'm gonna go to NQ in a sec. But yeah, what other pairs do you guys trade? Oh, he probably wants to trade into an imbalance. Yeah, something. So Lee, shout out you, bro. So for me, if we get into this daily imbalance, then we start seeing the sales form. Great. Do you know what I mean? 100%, it's great. But I'm waiting on the dollar as well. Like, for me, the dollar is kind of showing these I'll show you lows here. So look, I wanted to see these lows get swept. I want to see these lows get swept, come into this area, and then form a buy. So I just don't have a trade right now, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So the dollar gives me a confirmation, then I can go and apply that to GBP USD, Euro USD. I just told you why I'm not involved in the trade, my bro. Like, you're not listening to me. I don't understand why you're like, how much clearer can I get, bro? 3 p.m. No, it's 2:45. The news is at 2:45. I don't know how much clearer I can get, Kashel. If you're involved in the trade, salute to you, bro. I hope it bangs. Big spill. He on 245. Yeah. Alright, so cool. Look, PMI. Just so you guys are aware. Yeah, this is what I'm waiting for. The manufacturing data. So for those that don't know, the global manufacturing data for the US is coming out. Why this is important is because Trump imposed tariffs on China, all of those countries. I can't remember off the top of my head. He imposed these tariffs, yeah. So that's gonna affect what's getting manufactured and what's getting imported and exported in America. So if the result is worse than expected, so consensus is it's going to be 55.2. Last time it was 52.9. So if it's like comes in worse than this or better than this, it means that the tariffs, basically, if it comes in better, it means the tariffs haven't had a big effect. If it comes in worse, it means the tariffs have affected the trade in the US. Yeah, the Canada tariff, yeah. But it's not kicked in yet, though. I think that kicks in September. But yeah, I know about that. But what's it called? What was I saying? Yeah, we're gonna see how the tariff is gonna affect the dollar in terms of it getting better or worse. Why are you not involved in the trade? Are you live account? Are you talking to me? Nah, you lot. Alright, listen. Let's not start arguing in this chat, you know. We ain't here for that. We're here to learn. We're here to uplift. Yeah, we're here to support one another. Like, if you're in your trade, bro, man salutes you. Do you get what I mean? But I'm not in the trade. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Do you know what I mean? But we're not gonna do the back and forth. Who's doing this? Like, yeah, we're not in there's no competition here. Everyone get along. Do you know what I mean? If you wanna be a part of a community, I got a free community you guys can join. The link is below. Definitely tap in. If you want to learn for free how to trade, just like the basics, and get into it and actually be a part of it, let me get you guys the link. 1 second. Come be a part of my what's it called? Where do I find this link? How do I find my link? Oh, here we go. Invite. So let me invite you lot. It's a free community. You ain't got to pay anything. None of that stuff. Ah, the live settings. Damn, man. Basically, alright, you guys message me on TikTok. If you want access to my free community, just message me on TikTok and I'll send you the link there. For some reason, the live setting, it's not allowing me to do that. People love to come on someone's live to beef. Yeah, it's not. We don't need that. You might surpass me tomorrow, never know. Always me versus me. Facts. It's you versus you on the chart. He's saying you're not making the same P as him. I don't even know who's gone 200k. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's happening to Lit Cap. Nothing, bro. It's there. It's just kind of just business partners in Dubai. I'm in London right now. It's not priority. Truthfully speaking, it's not the priority at the moment. Life gets in the way sometimes, you know what I mean? You have to do what's best for you. But it's there. I just don't have the energy to kind of continue with it at this present moment, to be fair. So that's what's happened. He's violating you low key. Bro, I don't know what you lot are talking about, bro. No one's violating me, bro. So please stop with the spam. Either talk trades, talk charts, talk markets. Do you know what I mean? Or just cut out, man. I'm not responding to that. It's positive energy over here. Do you understand? Damn, put my thingy down. This is the dollar, bro. So I'm not actually trading the dollar right now. I'm looking at US30. So it looks like it's coming down, which is great news. It's great news. Want to see this come down and then potentially turn into some buys a little bit later. That's the play. So the fact that they left these equal highs here is great. It's actually great. If they leave these and come down, then you have a clear intentional target to go for. So let's see. But US30 is what I'm interested in. If we can come down, that's what I'm interested in. So let's see what happens, man. Hopefully we can get that. Am I a full-time trader? Yes, I'm a full-time trader. Why you say SHWBBS? I don't know what that means, bro. Partial phase 1 challenge, little bro. I'm 400 funny, baby. Alright, bro. Come on, man. You lot need to respect me. Let's talk charts, bro. Do you know what I mean? Why you lot getting personal? Do I trade futures or forex? Forex, bro. Hop on futures, gang. Say no more, man. I might get into that still. Larry, say no more. I have looked at futures charts though. What I found is they're actually a little bit smoother in terms of like there's less I don't want to call it manipulation, but kind of there's less manipulation to be fair. It's more cleaner. That's the no for sure. That's the best way to do that. To say that. It's cleaner for sure. There's not much difference. It's just tiny. No, it's not less choppy or more choppy. No, it's nothing to do with that. If Euro USD is choppy, then Euro USD on futures is gonna be choppy. Do you get it? Like, it's the same stuff. GBP USD. You see how it's choppy? Like, it's not less choppy or more. Like, they're gonna mimic what price is actually doing. It doesn't matter. You feel me? So, yeah, I look at the futures charts because I like to see how one looks and how the other one looks, just to see if there's any differences or if something isn't showing on my forex chart but showing on the futures and vice versa. Because that's how they get you. Like when you're analyzing charts, yeah, because the data feeds are different, they can kind of make it the price look different. Do you get it? So there's tiny differences, but not enough for you to be like, oh, this has done this and this has done that. They do the same thing because it's the same pair at the end of the day. So I wouldn't say, oh yeah, like this. Only look at futures. Look at both the charts. It might help you with your analysis or your bias for the day. Do you get it? So they're gonna look like the same thing though. So yeah, we got 50 minutes until the PMI data. Yeah, see, that's what I see too. Both kind of move similar. Do you go live every day or more active in Discord? Nah, so I don't actually have a Discord, bro. So I have, again, message me, and I've got my own private community. I go live twice a week. I go live Tuesdays and Fridays. So, yeah. But in the midst of that, I still update my community every day. I drop charts in there. I drop analysis in there in terms of like pairs I'm waiting on or what I think's gonna happen like on a day to day. But I just don't go live every day. No. But if you want access, just shout me, text me after this, and I'll drop you the link, bro, free of charge. Gold mech man. Alright, I'm not a gold fan, bro. You're preaching to the wrong people. I'm not a fan of gold at all. It's not a pair for me. I don't like it. I don't like the way it moves. I don't like anything about it, bro. It's not for me. This is what gold is doing. Gold's slightly in a range itself. You got the higher the range, you got the lower the range. It made another high inside this box, made another low inside this box. So I'm not really a fan of gold. Overall, it's bullish. Like overall, it is going up. Like it's been going up since like 2022, since like the Ukraine Russia war started. It's been going up since then. So great thing to. That's what I was saying. Someone was like they wanted to get into investing. You should have been buying gold. Do you know what I mean? If you bought gold years ago, you'd be in good profit. So I don't like gold though. I don't like the way it moves. I don't like the way it wicks. It's too wicky. There's a lot. Gold is, in my opinion, one of the most manipulated pairs. Like, it's too choppy. Like, sometimes it could go up. You're in profit. 50, 60, 70, 80 pip profit. Come all the way back to your entry. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. Some people, they like it because it moves fast, or they like the volatility, all of that stuff. I left it alone. My biggest losses came on gold, so I stopped trading it years ago. But I don't like the price action either. It's not for me. Some people can read it. I don't really care. Yeah, it's volatile, so can make a lot of money on it. Yeah, if you trade, well, yeah, if, bro. But when you take them losses, you can also lose a lot of money. Do you understand? You can also lose a lot of money very fast as well. So I'm not a fan, bro. Gold is not for me. You know, I know a lot of people that get into trading, and they go to, and they want to learn how to trade gold, and it's like, bro, that's the worst pair that you can learn to trade gold on. It's the worst pair to learn to trade, in my opinion. Some people do gold. Gold could never wife gold. Leave it for the streets. Gold is for the streets for sure. Gold is for the streets, bro. Yeah, I don't mess with gold either. GBP USD Tom. Yeah, so Tom, GBP USD is going sideways, bro. I don't have a trade at this current moment. It's not doing anything. There's no direction. So hopefully, I hope you're not in a trade. If you are in a trade, I don't really have any advice to give you if you are in a trade. For me, it's going sideways. There's not enough for me to be like it's buying or selling. Another thing to factor in, if you are buying or selling inside this range that gold GBP USD is in, there's going to be stop losses below, there's going to be stop losses above. That's why it's not a good trade. It's not a probable trade. I can read US30 more than gold. So can I, bro. 100%. I trade US30 too, so yeah. 100% agree with you. But GBP USD, Tom, don't have a trade. Are you in this trade at this moment? Yes or no? Or chilling, or you're trying to figure out what it's doing, or what are you trying to do? Protein Princess. Shout out you. I could do with fucking some protein right now, to be fair. Oh, shit. I need like a steak and egg, man. I need some steak, eggs, and some avocado. No carbs. That's what I need right now. Nah, too much consolidation. Yeah, so too much, bro. I don't have when it's consolidating, there's nothing you can do about it. If you've got another pair that you can trade, go on the other pair and look at that. So that's kind of why I'm looking at US30, because even then US30 is kind of in a range, but I feel like if we come down, it's worth waiting on this to then get the next leg up. So I'm kind of looking for it to do something like this. It can even come in here and get stronger, or it could come fully down into this level here and start showing me a buy, and then I'm looking to buy. Either or. So hopefully you have a different pair, because when you're just staring at consolidation like this, bro, it's just like you're wasting your time. You are wasting your time, bro. So just set an alert. If it goes up, wait for it to break out the consolidation. If it goes down, okay, it's broken out the consolidation that way too. I personally think, no, I'm not even going to say which way it's going to go first. I don't actually know. It's just, you can't really see, if it goes up, I'd like to be a potential seller from here. If it comes out of the range first to the downside, I'll potentially look to buy that. So I don't have a trade on it personally. What do you think of CAD JPY? What are you trading? Hours light mode. I'm not in a trade at the moment. So one of my pairs, GBP USD is consolidating. The other pair I trade, Euro USD is consolidating. The dollar's not doing anything. and I'm waiting on US30, which is I need it to come down some more. So the stock opens at 2:30, which is 35 minutes from now. So I'm likely to just wait on that. Yeah, I do trade US30, bro. I do. I'm just waiting on a buy. I want to see us if we can come down, potentially become a buy. Let me check CAD JPY, and then how long does it take to become profitable if you bang it out? So it really depends. Everyone's a different. Everyone learns at their own pace. So you can't really put a timer on it, bro. You just have to really be committed. So I would say if you're a complete beginner, it would take you at least 4 to 6 months to have an understanding, and then realistically your first year, like as you're demo trading, getting into the markets, you're gonna gain that experience. My US30 is upside down. It's not, bro. I don't even know what that means. So Legion, everyone learns at their own pace. So just take your time. Don't rush. Like you're saying, bang it out. Like you're trying to rush. Like don't rush through it, bro. Because at the end of the day, you need to learn one strategy. Obviously, learn the basics. Learn, terminology, and then go into learning the strategy, applying that strategy, back testing the strategy, journaling your results, like what your win percentage is, what your losing percentage is, making sure you're following the same rules, like the psychology side of things. That everyone's different. Do you know what I mean? Some people could say this is their strategy and they wait for X, Y, and Z confirmation, and then when they're on the charts, they're not even following their confirmations. They're doing something different. So everybody is different in regards to their learning process. Do you understand? Some people are going to be quicker. Bro, you're saying my graph is wrong. What are you talking about? You do realize this is like upside down now, yeah? What do you mean my graph is wrong? This is upside down. I'm confused, bro. Alright, let me check CAD JPY. I don't know why you saying I don't know what you mean, bro. Where are we? CAD JPY. It's not even on here, sorry. Alright, let me add that. CAD JPY. CAD JPY. Let's have a look. So whenever you're looking at a new pair, like I don't look at this pair. You always want to go to the higher time frame, yeah. So every time you're on a new chart, whatever pair you trade, go on the monthly time frame because you just want to know what it's been doing, what it hasn't been doing, yeah. So what I can see from CAD JPY is we captured this low here, right? We played into this imbalance that was remaining. So 2 confirmations of reasons to go up back in April. It's done that. And then going into the daily now, it was quite choppy when it was in here, but the structure's broke to bullish for sure. So it's continuing higher. And what I can see at the moment is there's an area for it to turn bullish from again, which is right here. Going on the 4-hour now. Okay, 4-hour, yeah. This area makes sense. It could come further down a little bit. Now, what it's about is just seeing what the structure's saying. So, yeah, structurally, this looks good, bro. In terms of, I see why you're trying to be a buyer for it. The only thing I'd say is it's kind of trickling. Okay, structure on this 50-minute broke as well. 30-minute as well. Yeah. No, this has reasons to go up, but the only thing is I don't see it. I don't know if you've already got your entry. I don't see a bait entry just yet. Like an area that really stands out just yet, bro. Unless you're already in it. Tuesday. Okay, pushed up going into London today. Held this area, pushed up. Held that area, pushed up. So yeah, I can see why you're trying to buy it, bro. The only thing is just what area is there, you know? 2-hour maybe pullback potentially, even like a 4-hour pullback potentially. Like this 3 hour area looks good. If it could come back to this, I would potentially buy that. But I think the way the price is looking, I think you want to wait for the pullback to potentially get the entry, bro. Something in and around here is what I would look for. I had 105.8, 105.85. What is this the same pair? Which pair are you talking about, bro? 105, 105.85 is here. Nah, this isn't gold. Same pair. Nah, this isn't gold, bro. I'm not in CAD JPY yet, waiting for better position. Forex ain't campaign mode COD. It's more like war. No, they ain't the same. That's hilarious. Alright, it's same pair. LZ. What's this? Is this gold? It's LZ. Same pair. This isn't gold, bro. What are you lot talking about? This is CAD JPY. This isn't gold. I'm not trading this. Someone asked me to look at it. So the pairs that I trade, the pairs that I'm waiting on is US30. It's not gold. I know that, where the live is like portrait, you can't see the acronyms. I get it. But that wasn't gold, by the way. That wasn't gold. So yeah, waiting on US30. If we can continue down into this area and become a buy, if we leave this target here, we'll get a very good buy. Truthfully. Like, you could be done for the week if you get this buy, This will be potentially, depending on how low it drops, over 400 points, which is just, yeah, scrumptious. Oh, on CAD, that was your area of interest. Right, okay. You should have led with that, bro. You just said you had, you got to kind of elaborate. When we're texting, yeah, you do realize if you just randomly text, I'm not fully going to make out what you mean. You have to kind of, text what you're trying to say in full, So, yeah, US30, tiger teeth. That's what I'm looking at. Said golds for the streets. That is funny, man. Hop on futures. Alright, so yeah, I'm probably gonna wait on the New York Stock Open, see what that's saying. See what the New York Stock Open's saying. Any you lot takes Lions, mean. This is really good as well. This isn't branded. I'm not sponsored by them. Yeah, but definitely get some Lions meaning. Yeah. Trust me, this if you struggle with brain fog and you've got when you do too much charts and you stare at the charts a lot, you can get brain fog. This helps you with that. Sorry, someone just called my phone. Oh. Yeah, cool. Sorry, someone just called me. But yeah, if you struggle with brain fog, lion's mane helps with this. So I've been using this for a few years now, and it definitely makes a difference. It just allows you to focus a lot more. It's a natural supplement. Lion's mane is actually a type of mushroom, so it's not some type of chemical supplement. This is all natural. So definitely get this if you're like me and you get brain fog. Without this, I can't stare at the screen for 2-3 hours. Can't do it. So this just helps you with clarity. Euro USD doing nothing. GBP USD nothing. So no trades on those pairs. Oil, I kind of want oil to come down a bit more, and then hopefully we can get some buys. That's what I'm looking for. So nothing really popping on this pair at the moment either. Alright, so let's see, man. It's just US30 for me today. Oi. Let me check the Nasdaq too. See if I can get like more confirmation. See, so the Nasdaq isn't actually coming down. It's actually holding very, very still. So this is even worse than what US30 was showing. Mm, interesting. Daily could pull down. I think Nasdaq is very bullish as well though. If he pulls down, that makes sense. Let me check the S&P 500. Yeah, so the S&P 500 potentially is gives us a pull down and then goes up. That's kind of what I'm looking for as well. So similar areas on S&P and US30, but not the Nasdaq. Do you not pay for futures charts? No, you don't have to pay for them, bro. Actually, no, I'm capping. You do have to pay for futures. So I got futures. I do have futures, but I look at both of them. Do you know what I mean? They're not one or the other. Like I do think futures is a little bit tidier. Like the charts just seem a bit tidier, but in terms of price, bro, I look at both of them because I know what it is that I'm waiting to see. So if they're there on either chart, it's just you don't need to check both of them, you know. But yeah, futures is tidier. It is tidier for sure. But it just depends on what you prefer. Yeah, so sometimes you can get 4 hour closures, which are 100%. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you still. So like sometimes you could check one chart, it doesn't look the same. But even then, you could check a different data feed. So like S&P, right? How many different S&Ps are there? Damn, I forgot the name of these. You know, so you got SPX, but then you've got I can't remember the acronyms. I know they change like every 3 months, innit? Damn. Yeah, I can't actually remember them. But I know what you mean though. They do look different sometimes on Forex. I agree with you on that still. But yeah, man, it's a waiting game at the moment. It's a waiting game at the moment. Let's just see what happens. Not forcing anything. News is coming out soon. Hopefully the currency pairs spike after that. So let's see. Current contract, yeah, that's it. NQU 2025. NQU 2025. NQU 2025. What's the one for S&P? Do you know the one for the S&P? can't remember because I know they change all the time, like every quarter. ES1, ESU. Right, okay, let's check that. ESU 2025. Is it this one? Yeah. Yeah, so this is different to. Oh, no, 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 it's not. It's not. It's the same. So let me get two up. Look. So let's get S&P up here. 2 hour. What's this? Yeah, actually it is. It is slightly different. So this candle here is a lot higher up than this candle here, which is okay. I get it. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Alright, hold on. 3 hour. Let me check the 3 hour here. Yeah, it's similar, but it's not entirely the same. So I do see what you mean. Hopefully, you guys see this in portrait? Alright, let me go to the left. I'll show you the one on the left. Alright, no, I'll show you this one and then I'll come off the screen. So, the one we're seeing here is the S&P, the CFD data feed. You can see you got this area here. Stretch that price. 6285. So it's 6285 is the high. Price is at 6339. So if I come out of this, you can see 6285. This isn't where that same candle is. It's still CFD. Oh. Okay, so what's the alright, so let me find the what's this S&P futures then? ES. No, it's not ES. How do I find it, man? So I've got futures charts. Look, I can find the Nasdaq and stuff. So NQU futures is right here. CME, EMNE, SC. Okay, here it is. I got it right here. So this is futures, bro. So Nasdaq, E-mini, these are futures. So I do have this, but it's pretty similar, to be fair. Like, I don't see much difference here. To be honest, I don't see much difference here. It really depends. The best thing I would say is use both of them if you can. Obviously, I get it. You got to pay for it and whatnot, but it's definitely worth having both options because sometimes the picture does appear to be different, you know. So yeah, bro, definitely worth looking at both of them for sure. So let's see, man. I'm kind of just waiting on this. I've got an alert set for the dollar. See what that does. It looks like it's trying to potentially fade from this area, but still the volume is just pants, bro. There's no volume here. So it's just a waiting game at the moment, to be fair. Where's that dude, man, that was like short in the euro earlier? I want to see how much profit he's in. He's still here. Nah, he left. Probably went to focus on that trade. Guy was telling me, yeah, buy and lose, you know. Crazy ass. I said, yeah, sell, you know. I'm like, it's the play right now. I was telling me to sell in a consolidation. I said, it's the play. He didn't give no insight into that play. He just said it's the play. It's crazy, bro. What others, Liam? What do you trade, bro? Do you trade the S&P? ES1. Oh man, you man would have been busting up earlier. I said buy and lose, you know. Only Nasdaq. Okay, I hear you. I hear you, bro. I used to trade the Nas, but I swapped it for US30 because this was back in like May. The Nasdaq in May it wasn't giving me a good read, man. It's giving me nasty price action, but I see US30 moving like 300 points and Nasdaq, it ain't moving, or it's moving 50 and then rebounding. So I was like, nah, I'm out. I'm swapping. Same US30 and Nas. Yeah, I mean, they're very. What I would say is, if you do trade US30 and Nas, just don't trade them together because they don't. They do different things. They don't do the same thing. That's what I would say. Ah, he's back. Aye. Nah, he left. You said short. How's that trade looking? Oi, it's looking good. I mean, it's not moved that far, bro. So, what was your entry? Where did you enter? Okay, 542. So yeah, it's 10 pips, but I hear you. I just don't. I don't see it doing much, bro. Truthfully, I need to see a proper direction. GU's even worse. GU's even flatter. You know what I mean? It's just consolidating. 100%, Liam. I think US30 is the play. If we leave these highs, if we leave this untouched and go lower, then yeah, I will be getting in on that for sure. I'll be getting in on that for sure. So, but there's no trade right now. I know it's a bit dead. If you guys have got any charts you want me to check, or you got any trading questions, I'll answer them. But I can't make the market move, unfortunately. So, kind of waiting right now. But if you haven't already, um, check out my YouTube channel. I'm regularly putting out content. There's a video dropping tomorrow for those that are just interested in trading content. Um, whether it be on the charts or psychological stuff, I do that every week. So join me on there. YouTube is type it right now. Help me get my subscribers, man. I appreciate you all. Trying to get to 1,000. That's the goal. But yeah, there's a lot of videos on there. Beginner videos, advanced videos on there. So check out my YouTube channel if you can. Appreciate that. But yeah, man. 10 minutes or 11 minutes to the open. Cool options on Netflix and Tesla. So yeah, it's sick. Hard. Do any of you guys do stocks? So I bought some stocks. My Nvidia is looking healthy. I bought Nvidia at $100 back in April when it dropped. I bought Nvidia down here. Nvidia's looking, I'm not, Nvidia's looking good, man. So we'll see what we can do there. I bought Tesla as well back when it dropped. It's in profit, but it ain't really done much, man. It's kind of just chilling, like, I don't know. Palantir, I'm pissed about, man. I could have got this at $66, bro. So pissed. I should have bought this one. I don't even know why I was stalling. Honestly, I don't know what I was doing, bro. Anything under 105 now, you're good. Currently up 236 on Nvidia. That's what I'm saying. That's cold, bro. I'm nearly up 100. When it gets to $200, I'll be up 100%. So I bought some Microsoft, but god damn, this shit was expensive. I didn't buy enough of it, but I bought it for 350 off this monthly area. So the way we trade, or the way I look at the markets and show people how to look at the markets, this is the area I bought. Um, so I'm in profit, but again, I didn't buy that many shares because they're expensive. I should have bought more, but it's quite expensive, man. I got like 5 shares, bro. But they do give you dividends though. Didn't buy Amazon. I didn't buy Apple either. Meta is too expensive. It just wasn't. Yeah, didn't pull back enough. So I was like, I couldn't buy Meta. So yeah, man. Palantir though, if you guys are into like stocks, like something for the long term, definitely buy Palantir. Um, they just got a £10 billion deal with the U.S. military, so they ain't going broke. I have Nvidia and put into the Vanguard All World, yeah, index fund. So yeah, that's a smart play, bro. Index funds is a sure bet, because it covers the board. So sick, 100%. That's sick. Vanguard's not a bad shout. ETFs, man. It's a good way to just make money, make residuals. But Palantir, listen, Palantir, yeah. Any pullback, I'm telling you, buy this. This is gonna be worth a lot. This will be worth a lot. Remember, I told you this, yeah. This is gonna be worth a lot. Palantir, yeah. Very, very. It's you might think it's $160, but trust me, this could touch 4 digits. It could. It could. So Palantir is definitely one to look for. I don't know why I didn't load the boat. I think I got carried away with my Nvidia calls, man. And it's probably that Microsoft as well. I was probably thinking, you know what? This is costing. Where did you Palantir on Vanguard? Sorry, what's that, bro? I didn't buy a Palantir. So I was gonna buy into the stock itself, not via Vanguard, just buy the actual stocks. I didn't buy it on Vanguard. I didn't buy it. So alright, waiting on the stock open. Really, to be honest, we got 6 minutes. 6 minutes till the bell rings in Wall Street, and we see what's happening. Gotta wait on that. See what it's saying. Be like, yeah, yeah. But how long you been trading, Dens? Long time, not that long. Just into stocks, or do you invest across the board? What's your what are you into? Nvidia and Vanguard, sick, bro. Cool options on Netflix, bro. I tried to buy Netflix, yeah, but I then, bro, again, it didn't drop enough, bro. Netflix is like too expensive, bro. Truthfully, I feel like unless you got bro, spare 100K. It's crazy. Like, it's too expensive, bro. Honestly, when it dropped to 8.3, 8.3, 8.26. It's like, bruh, need dough to actually like get a good amount of shares on that. And I don't even think Netflix give you dividends either. So I was like, nah. As much as it's going up, like I need it to like from 8.32, I need it to go to 16.6 something, and then it's like that's double my money. It's like, and it probably will go there. I'm not even saying it won't. End live now. Being banned. Okay.